Welcome to another episode of What in the Heck is Going On with Tim and Becca's Lives. In this video, we share with you why we traded boat life for life on the road and let you in on another surprise update. Hello, beautiful friends. We are back and we have some huge updates to fill you in on. So we're going to go ahead and cut to the chase. Some of you may be wondering, and I know a few of you are wondering because we've got a couple questions about it. Why did we decide to quit boat life and move on to the road?
Well, we didn't quit boat life. We are postponing boat life.
Yes.
And like, if you watch Show and Joe, they talk about pivots. I think this is like a pivot for us. And so we pivoted to something and then we pivoted to something else. So we actually did two pivots.
Yes.
So.
And we haven't been doing YouTube for that whole time, but we have been living on boats for the last 5 years.
Pretty cool and terrifying all at the same time.
We put ourselves in some pretty crazy situations during those 5 years, one of which was putting ourselves on a boat that we bought off of an estate basically for a very cheap price off of Craigslist. Barely any of the systems worked. Here's what our hunka burnin' love is looking like right now.
Oh, we're exiting. The engine started.
We just kind of took on some crazy things, and we're gonna still take on some crazy things. You know, if you know us, we love a project and we love to work on things and improve things and make them better. And we're gonna keep doing that while we're on the road. But we just kind of hit a wall mental health wise when it came to boats, even when we were on the Island Gypsy 44, which is an incredible boat.
Awesome, amazing, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was probably the most amazing boat we've ever been on personally.
Totally. Yeah, just incredible boat. We still had those mental blocks. I know for me personally, I had so many mental blocks still around it. And I really wanted to make it work. Like I'm very bullheaded at times, and I really wanted this to work out. I really wanted to do the Great Loop. I like to do the things that I set out to do. And I still think that we will.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the right time for it. Just life wasn't meeting us halfway. We were meeting incredible people. We were on this incredible boat, and yet something just like was not quite right.
I know for me, the experience in the boatyard with the marine trader really messed with my head over time. And it got to the point where with the Island Gypsy, I was afraid, literally like scared, to get into any project for fear that it was going to open a can of worms, right? Everything I touched was going to turn into some 6-month, $20,000 project that, and it was like, that wasn't reality. Looking back on it, I know it wasn't reality. But at the time, that's where my mental state was. And that put me in a state where I was paralyzed. I just didn't want to do anything, and when you own an old boat, it can't be like that. You can't be in a state where you don't want to do anything. There's maintenance that has to be done. There's, and whether or not you open a can of worms is not the point. It has to be done.
And, coming at it from the right mindset, it can totally be done. Like we've done hard things. We've put ourselves, through things that maybe some would say we shouldn't have, but we learned so much from those experiences. And ultimately what we want to do is have an adventure together, and we're going to keep doing that. And we're going to do that on the road. And we just needed a new environment, needed a change of pace. And I'm very excited about the next chapter.
Well, originally, and the second pivot, you guys saw the first pivot already because we put up a video about buying the bus, right? And that was our original idea. We're going to buy this school bus and we're going to build our own RV, because the reality is most of the RVs on the market today just aren't built very well. They are okay. They're mostly built for the weekend warrior types. So we felt the best thing for us would be to do a ground up build on the school bus. And that would be super cool. And it would be. But separately, we were both sort of thinking the same thing. This is going to take a long time.
Yeah, I was the one to bring it up on the couch one night, like, hey, you know what? Like, the whole idea behind doing this in the first place is getting on the road, having adventures, and just actually traveling and experiencing new places and meeting people, meeting you guys. That's something that we loved to do while we were on the boat. Like, the best part of it was rolling up at a new marina and, you know, meeting the people there and hearing about their stories. And so we have decided to...
But we bought a different bus. we sold the school bus, oddly enough, back to the guy who we bought it from.
Yeah, shout out to Bert the bus guy.
Bert the bus guy. She's a good bus.
Thank you, baby.
I love you.
I love you.
Drive safe.
I will.
And we bought a 2000 American Coach American Dream 40-foot flat nose RV diesel pusher. This is a bus. It is a bus. You'll see in the tour videos. It is a legit bus. It's built on a Spartan Mountain Master chassis, which is what all of the big tour buses are built on. Plus, she is a 4-season bus. She's got a heated basement. She's got central heat and air.
We got a wicked deal that I'm still having a hard time wrapping my head around, how we got this bus for this price.
She's in amazing shape for a 2000. We looked at several, and trust me, a lot of the ones out there from 2000 are not in very good shape.
Yeah, but a lot of them are. Like the older Class A's.
Well, and you got to remember, American Coach is just under, like, I mean, they're up there with like Country Coach and Beaver. They're just under like the Prevost style stuff. They're you know, they're very good buses.
She was swanky for her day back in 2000. So we're excited to show her to you guys. Let's do it. Let's do it now.
You ready?
Yeah.
Say action.
Action.
I am Tim with Tim and Becca's RVs, and we're gonna present to you for sale today this beautiful 2000 American Dream. She's not for sale. This is ours. We just bought her. We're gonna just do a quick walk around to the outside. She does not have a power awning, manual awning. This thing's really cool. This is the door handle. It lights up. Don't mind the wood bees. There's millions of them out here where we are. This first bin here is, as you can see, is for a television. We are not going to put a TV in there. We're probably going to tear all that out and use it for tool storage, something along those lines. We'll see. These are the two main storage bins. They have these drawers that slide out and back in. They will literally slide all the way out. The owner gave us this fancy toolbox, which is really nice. Just like boats, space is a premium on these things, so we're going to try to make sure that we use our space wisely. All right, systems. This is the battery compartment. So it's basically the entire electrical compartment, if you want to be honest. There's another piece of it. It's under the bed in the aft cabin, but that is where what they call the control center and the Xantrex inverter. 6-volt house batteries, 4 of them. And these are two 12-volt chassis batteries, they're called. Start House. If you're coming from the boat world, you're looking at Start and House. The cool thing about this is, I'll show you in a second, there's actually a switch. You can switch off the power from the start batteries to the motor, so they don't just sit there and you know, roll juice. This panel is specifically to access a few things. Your air dryer is in there, and the air dryer on these is a canister, so you don't take it off and clean it, you actually replace it. That is for your air brakes and your air ride suspension. This thing has, I think, 8 airbags on it for suspension. So when you start the engine up and the compressor comes on, it fills the airbags up and it fills the tanks up that you use for air brakes. They're disc brakes, but they're pushed by air rather than hydraulic fluid. But that's the dryer. That's what's used to get the water and any water and oil that's in the air system. It takes it out of there. Mufflers here, easy access, and your air cleaner, also canister based, is right there. So when you need to change it, you pop it loose, pull it out, put a whole new canister in. Very simple, very, very simple. This is the auxiliary ladder, because as you can see, the ladder does not go all the way down. So you have to hang that off of it if you want to go up on the roof. This is a Cummins 8.3 ISC engine. It's turbocharged, not supercharged. 330 horsepower, if I remember correctly. And here's the switch I was telling you about. Here's your air compressor up here. Alternators over here. If I'm not mistaken, that's a 180 amp alternator. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But this pops open for easy access to clean the radiator. If I'm not mistaken, these are transmission coolers. So the radiator's back there and the two transmission coolers are in front of it. This way you can open it up and pressure wash so you get all the road dust and dirt and grime and other garbage off of it. This is the power bay. It also has inputs in there for phones, PSTN, yay us, and it also has access for cable, regular coax cable, neither of which we will be using. It has an engine block heater back there. If you're hooked to shore power, you just plug this into one of these outlets here, and it takes about 30 minutes, but it'll bring your block up to close enough to operating temperature for you to start it easily in very cold weather. This is the plumbing bay, if you want to call it that. Everything you do that's related in any way, shape, or form to plumbing happens in here. You have your city water hookups, you have your cold and hot water drains, water tank bypass. It's fairly simple system, I guess, but it does a lot. You can turn the water pump on and off here. You can also check all of your levels here and see where you are. That's freshwater, gray water, LP, black.
We have hot and cold water out here.
Yes, and a little shower there. It's not really a shower, I think it is. You wash your hands. It has a place for paper towels and stuff. There's also a space for a soap dispenser. It's just not there. But yeah, that's all designed so that once you're done moving your poop, you can wash your hands.
Mm-hmm. Or you can wash muddy paws.
Yeah, you wash muddy paws. We're probably going to upgrade that to a different style of shower that makes it easier for us to do exactly that. Wash muddy paws and wash dogs, things of that nature. These are heaters. It has two propane heaters, forward and aft. Both of them are ducted through the floor. If you notice, these do not go up as high as these. And there's a reason for that. This is a slide out. So this thing slides out, and it's not that far. It's not it's not a huge slide out that slides way out here. It's more like about right here. This is the LP tank. This is our propane, but it runs hot water. It also runs the two heaters and everything you cook, with the exception of the convection. Convection is convection microwave. You'll see that when Becca does the interior tour in a minute, but that just runs on regular 120. This is the last storage bin here in the front. Not much to it.
But it does have a special function. Didn't he say that this is where the compressor can hook up to?
Yes, there is a chuck right up here, and that chuck goes to the compressor, and you can actually get service air from the engine compressor. If the engine is running, you can plug in there. You can air up your tires. You can run an air tool, stuff like that. You're not going to run any fancy air tool, I suppose, but it will work for some things. This has an Onan 7.5 kilowatt quiet diesel on it, and it is very quiet. There's other stuff you can access in here as well. Your windshield fluid, some sensors for different things. Over there is, I see that's all of your air lines for your air brakes are over there. Give us a call if you're interested. $49,995.
No. We're not selling. Alrighty, come on in, y'all. So immediately when you walk in, we're in the cockpit, of course. There's actually some cool storage here. under the steps. Right now I just have some shop towels and contractor bags in there because we're doing some projects. I think there's more. Yeah, there's more under here too. Super dirty right now, but very nice storage to have. And then we've got both of our seats. Very nice. We do have armrests. We did lose one while we were trying to put the slide in and out for the first time, but in our defense, it was already pretty loose. So it was kind of here and then the slide, and then it was not there anymore. So we'll have to figure that out. I did drive this thing, backed her up one good time. Can't tell which way I'm going. This feels weird. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Alright, he's telling me to stop. And I'm going to put it in drive. Holy cow. Why did it go forward? Whoa. Straighten it around. I did it! Yes! And now we're in our living room. This is with the slide out, so there's tons of space in here. I can roll my yoga mat right out here and do some yoga in here. Almost reach all the way up to the ceiling. Not a super high ceiling, but we like that because we want it to be well under 13.6 for most bridges, but I think she's only 12 foot 2 inches, is that right? So we should be good to go on most of the major roadways, which is what we were looking for. This area looks the way that it does now. We got our cardboard Amazon box with some parts and pieces, and the previous owner installed this television with a bit of a backing plate situation, but this will become Tim's desk area for working while we're traveling, and I'm excited to see what he comes up with that. He's very good at building and designing things, so I think it'll come out really nice. And then on the other side, we have our sofa. This sofa is, I have a cover on it now. This is what it looks like. So we do have it covered now. I still don't know exactly what we're gonna do with this sofa, but the cool thing about this is that it folds out into a bed. It actually folds out into a pretty comfortable bed, and it works really well, and it's easy to pull in and out. So I really like the structure of the couch. Maybe I'll reupholster it eventually. But yeah, it's nice and comfortable. And then we have our window behind. It wasn't showing up on camera earlier, but there are these accent lights inside the valances, which is really cool. I am going to be taking the valances down. I'm just not a fan of this upholstery that was in here with all of the floral. It just, you know, it kind of looks like grandma's house, and it still will look like grandma's house a little bit. I'm going for like grandma's beach house, kind of boat-y feel. It already does feel pretty boat-y in here with the real wood cabinets and just the tones of everything, and the overall feel of it. Like, it feels very sturdy and very well built, like a boat would need to be. And so it felt like home to us right away for that reason. But the valances are going to be coming down, and I'm going to do some curtains that'll make it look even more nautical, but you'll have to stay tuned to see what I come up with that. Oh, as you'll see, there's carpet in here. We are going to be taking the carpet out. It has seen better days, and we have picked out this flooring. It is LVP. It's an LVP flooring.
It is LVP, yes.
And I think this will be a lot better. It's going to be a lot better with our two dogs because they do shed, and the carpet would just hold on to that, and it already has stains as it is, so I think it will look very, very nice once we get this in here. But then it transitions into real tile, actual ceramic tile, as we come into the galley area. So the galley has a double sink. It does have covers that go over it, but I don't think we'll really be using those. I don't know. I put them away, but there's no dishwasher. And so when we're in here and we're cooking and cleaning, we're going to need access to our sink pretty much all the time. So I don't think we're really going to use the covers that much, but we'll see. Has a pull-out faucet. You can also, if you have an intruder in the middle of the night, spray them with the hose. But we do have an outdoor little shower as well, so I don't know how necessary this is, but I thought it was a cool feature. We have storage above, we have storage below for your little sponges and whatnot. We have storage over here, and a lot of our storage cabinets are really cool because, okay, first of all, the previous owner left us these cool like plastic bowls. I'm not sure if we're going to keep those, but these nesting measuring cups I think will come in handy. And also just like pots and pans and lots of cool stuff. We're very appreciative of that. But inside the cabinets, there are these shelves and they have brackets on the sides, so you can actually lower and raise the shelf inside the actual cabinet custom to where you need it, depending on what you decide to store in there, which is just so well thought out and so cool. There were mirrors everywhere. As you can see, there's still one mirror here. I'm thinking about maybe doing chalkboard paint over this, or like whiteboard material somehow, so we can make our little grocery list and to-do list and whatever right here in the kitchen. I think that would be cool. There used to be mirrors all along, so it distorted and it was just kind of crazy looking. So we already took those out. Got a little trigger happy with that, but I don't regret it. We're gonna put in a different backsplash, and I'm brainstorming that now. I think I have an idea, but you'll have to stay tuned to see what we go with. That's where this damage came from, though.
Please point out the wall that I removed the windows, the mirrors from.
This is the wall that Tim removed the mirrors from.
And what's not on that wall?
I don't know, I can't see. I don't know. There wasn't as much adhesive, but it does look really good.
I'm not saying anything. It's okay.
It does look good where he took them off, and he did a much better job than I did.
But she's right, there was more adhesive on hers than there was on the ones I was doing.
But you still did a better job than I did, though.
Yeah. If I had done the ones that you were, I would have done a worse job, because I would have been frustrated and I would have just gotten a crowbar after it. So
I'm not sure how much worse it can really be, to be real. But anyways, moving along with the galley, which I've noticed people talk about the kitchen area in buses or coaches, they say, and they say galley, just like in a boat. And that's probably what we're going to say also, because we're just used to saying galley. We have a 2-burner stove. They're decently large burners, I would say. There is only 2, but it is a propane stove, which is what we wanted. So we don't have to necessarily have electricity to cook. And then we have a convection oven / microwave up here. Decent size. I think I could bake a cake in here.
It's a good size.
We will have to see. And then we just have lots of storage under here. We have room for a trash can under here. Tim's gonna put me a putter inner and outer right there for the trash to slide in and out on. And then under the stove as well, we have those pots and pans that the previous owner left us. Large drawer. We do also have silverware that the previous owner left us, and a nice tray that just fits perfectly in this space, which can be really hard to find, so I'm super appreciative of that. And then we have this really cool pantry. So this opens up, and then they just have like water bottles stored in here from the previous owner, which is really cool. These are nice, oops, these are nice water bottles to take hiking with you. But then the coolest part this unlatches. And it's a real metal latch. Dun, 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 dun. A spice rack. Isn't that so cool? I just think it's so cool. This is definitely sized for spices up here.
There's a lot more room for things other than just spices in there. That's what I like.
Yeah, you can put canned goods down here probably.
You can get those canisters and put your flour and all that stuff in there.
Oh, true. It smells like salt and pepper. I just realized that.
So salt and pepper's here. Yeah, we're in effect. Sorry.
Okay, and this is the dinette area. I did already take out the chairs. They were completely, I mean down to the legs, okay, top to bottom, covered in this upholstered material. And there, I was thinking about trying to reupholster them, but I was like, there is just no way. So we're gonna have to figure something else out. We were thinking of doing, this is with the leaf in, so it does extend out and go back in. This is with the leaf in, so we were just measuring and brainstorming and seeing what would be the best to put over here. I was thinking maybe benches, like I saw on Happily Ever Hanks. They did storage benches around their old dinette, and that seemed to work really well for them. So thanks, Hanks, for that idea. We might go with it, but still not 100% sure because of the secret that we have in the back, which I'll show you later once we get to the bedroom area. And behind the dinette we have our refrigerator, which is double door. It doesn't go back super far, but because it's double door you have a lot of storage in the actual doors and more wide of an area. We have little pull-out drawers in here. And then we have the freezer up top. This has an ice maker, but it has no bucket for the ice maker. I don't know if it actually makes ice, and the previous owner didn't try it, so he also didn't know if it makes ice or not. But then we have this side of the freezer as well. And then on the other side of that, we have a washer dryer. We tried to connect to city water the other day, and the valve on the back of the washer dryer was broken and it started pouring water. So yeah, that's not great. And also, oh, it is opening now. Last time I tried to open it, it was stuck. But we have a little washer dryer here. We're gonna put some new valves on it and then test it out and see if it's worth its weight, literally. Or if we wanna just stick with the laundromats. We shall see. It's the Splendide 2000, so if you have any knowledge on that model, let me know. Above that, we just have more space. We have junk in here now, tools and stuff that we're going to use for the renovation. And then behind that, we have our bathroom, which does, oops, got this latch here. See, this is what makes it feel like a boat. It has these nice metal latches, most of which work really well. But it has its own door to the whole bathroom area. And then if you come back here, there's another door here, and that's to the toilet room. And then this is our closet. Has its own light in there, cedar lined closet, has a few shelves, lots of hanging space. Very happy with that. I think the mirrors on here were a really good idea so that you can see if our outfit's matching. Usually mine isn't, but if I wanted it to be, then it could be, and I would know. So if you come on back, then we have our vanity, a bathroom sink. We have a medicine cabinet behind it, lots of storage in there, some storage underneath, and then we have our water heater back behind this one. And then we have our shower, which has a skylight above it, which is really nice, gives Tim enough headroom. I would have enough headroom without the skylight, but there is a bit of a step up into the shower, so Tim would be a little bit, you know, bottoming out or whatever in the shower if the skylight were not there, so that's very nice. And then behind that we just have a linen closet, and that has more of those shelves that you can put, you know, wherever you need them to be. Lots of drawers underneath that. And then we have our bedroom, which does have its own little sliding door as well. The nice boat latch up on the top. This is where our bed would be. We did take the mattress out because we're getting a new mattress. What?
I thought you were going to say this is where the magic happens.
Why would I say that?
No.
That's something.
That's what went through my brain when you said this. I was like, oh, this is where the magic happens.
That's something a dirty old man would say.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the foo shits.
I've already started a small collection of these soft-sided baskets that I saw Grateful Glamper here on YouTube recommending because they can fit in different spaces, and I thought that these were really cute, so we already got those. We have nightstands on both sides, which is really nice, storage on both sides, and we have this really large storage area above the bed. Our vent cover for our AC in here fell off while we were driving it home. The screws weren't long enough, so we're gonna have to reattach that. Parked under a tree right now, and you can hear it. But there's lots of storage up here above the bed. We have more of those valances, and I have to make some more curtains for this area. And then, woo, that really goes up. This trim piece is coming off. But there's 2 more chairs for the dinette stored under here, and they fold out, which is really cool. You can store the leaf right here for the dinette if you want to make it smaller. And then underneath that is our Cummins ISC engine. Oops. And you can get to that, but it's a bit of a process, so, oh boy. Whew. That's how you know your shocks really work, if it's hard to get it back down. Easy to get it up, very hard to get it back down. But that's the whole inside of our bus. What?
Easy to get it up.
Oh my gosh, Timothy.
Get it back down.
Oh my gosh. But that is the whole inside tour of our bus. We love this gal. The build quality is just so great. Very happy with our choice and very excited to get her out on the road. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this new exciting journey. I'm so pumped to see where we go and what we do next and bring you guys along with us and show you the things that we're learning as we go.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do. You know us, we're not going to do anything without doing some work first. So as you saw in the tour video, there's some corrections we have to make. We're going to do some flooring, we're going to do some tile work and some painting. Eventually, not right away, eventually the Queen would like a bathtub. So we're going to have to figure out how to make that happen. So that'll be fun.
One day, not immediately. We're hitting the road now, guys.
Yeah. Really, the only things we got to do is the flooring, my computer workstation area, and Starlink.
Yep.
Because I have to be able to work. But then after that, 50 states, no waiting. Well, 49 states. We can't really drive to Hawaii. So 49 states.
I think we'll be the first ones to do it.
Yeah.
I think we'll find a way.
Turn her into a little submarine.
We'll have to paint her yellow.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh. If we do that, we're going to paint her pink. Operation Petticoat.
Okay, that I don't know what it is, actually.
All of us old folks do.
Okay.
So right now, all the old folks out there are laughing because you don't know what Operation Petticoat is. But that's okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Yeah, eventually.
Her stomach has been growling this whole time. I don't know if they can hear that.
No.
Sally has been down here
Sally
with her
has
stomach.
Tummy issues.
She's our tummy issue queen, warrior. Send her a good vibe, good belly energy.
Come here. Come here. Look, Sally, look. Look. Look, say hi.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
So pretty. So pretty.